Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
His throw incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Love looking to throw it. That's caught. It's the former Bill, Gabe Davis. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Dallas Goedert with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Now this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Wilson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now Wilson. This one swung out here to Jones. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack him, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Jacobs is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 40-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Zach Ertz from 4 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Love now. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Love. That is caught, and he's got this down to the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here's Love. That's caught. Hits the tight end lineman. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack to stop him short of the 1st. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And in for the Lions touchdown. Dallas Goedert with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 52 yards. Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Wilson on the keeper, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Flushed out right. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing. Love. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him on the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Again, it's Love. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
second down. Jacobs once more. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Love. And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Here's Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. So the completion gets them just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw. To throw now, here's Love. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And down to the 41. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Love looking to throw it. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Going back to Love. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Love from the gun. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that. I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Here's 1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Working out of the gun. Love. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here it is, 4th and goal. Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Cooper Kupp, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Here comes 2nd down. Throwing now is Wilson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Here's Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Does the big boy have the juice? And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. Now Youngway coup for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he returns this to the 22. This is 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute. And they're an extra point away from tying this game. And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Wilson going to throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Love. Pass complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here's 2nd down. Love looking to throw it. This is Robinson working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Now Love. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Love. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Love looking to throw. Out to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
That is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to win this football game. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Packers, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they can ill afford to drop 2